So the great irony is that that the poor students who come in, some of the poorest students who come in, are going to go out and be teaching our children and grandchildren. And if you want to say, well, you know, part of my job here as a teacher in higher education is to make sure that those students who are not qualified, who can't read and write, you know, who don't have any clear, understandable thought processes, don't go out and teach. Well, that's heresy. Harry White. I have a PhD from Northwestern, MA University of Sussex, BA from University of Illinois Urbana. I started teaching at Northeastern Illinois University in 1967. I'm now a tenured full professor at the university.
Dr. Solomon, can't you just tell us the answer? I mean, we've been guessing for 45 minutes now.
You've been guessing? All right, people. Due to your staggering ineptitude with the most basic concepts of quantum superpositions, I'm issuing the following assignment. You will write a 5-page letter to your parents apologizing for wasting their money. I want them on my desk tomorrow morning for my approval and a blistering P.S.
In my case, I've been told that I'm a tenured full professor, a leading scholar in my field, that I'm not qualified, well, that I can't teach in the English Lit program because, how is it put, because I'm not properly preparing my students. Preparing means I'm not teaching in conformity the way other people teach, you know. This would have been an anathema. There was plenty of differences and troubles and difficulties when I first came here, okay? But it would have been an anathema to suggest anything like that anybody else could tell you how you ought to teach it. It's nobody else's business what someone teaches, or I should say how they teach in the course, so long as they're maintaining minimal levels of competency. If there is a problem, the aggrieved party is the student. There are procedures for grieving, either through affirmative action or on a grade appeal, all right?
As head of the disciplinary committee, it is my sad duty to inform you that one of your students has registered a complaint against you.
Well, there must be some mistake.
Is it true that you forced them to write humiliating letters to their parents?
Yes, but that can't be it.
I'm afraid it is. And according to university rules of conduct, you must attend sensitivity training. My office will contact you. Oh, and Dick, I wouldn't leave town.
I don't need sensitivity training. You strident, power-mad tart!
A lot of this recent fuss, which I'm getting, had to do with, which is not atypical, with a student who did poorly on the exam, poorly to the extent that I can't understand what she's writing. Her English language skills are close to zilch. I use all these academic terms here. And I approached her as I've approached students for, you know, going on over 40 years, and I told her, look, very simply, I'm being honest with you. If this is the nature and character of your writing, I can't imagine that you're going to get a decent grade in this course. This is the drop date, you know. You probably should drop the course. Now, if you want to stay in the course, fine, I'll work with you, okay? But I have to tell you, this doesn't look good, okay? I can't remember who exactly, but the people who head up a program which deals mostly with the large number of Latino students that we have registered some kind of complaint, at which I was hauled, you know, before my chairman used that as an excuse to haul me before the provost and that, and to discuss these matters. What you have to understand is that the whole notion of teaching, and this has been going on really since I started here at Northeastern back in, again, 67, is that there's a kind of radical innocence on the part of the student. As we'll say, a poor grade is an indication of poor teaching. Okay, so there is a disincentive to challenge the student, certainly to give them poor grades. because then you're going to have all kinds of complaints. You're going to get hauled before graded appeal. You're going to be down in the dean's office like I have been using, under the assumption that if the students aren't passing the courses, aren't getting good grades, that you're failing as a teacher. Okay, not that the students aren't reading the work, that they, let's put it out there, that they don't give a shit, that they know at a place that goes under the name of North Easy, that if anybody does challenge them, they've got plenty of escape valves. They can always find someone who gives out grades like Santa Claus gives presents at Christmas time.
Given that there is this concentration of intense nucleic energy, how many hadronic jets will emerge when the quark-antiquark line within the meson ruptures? Bug?
1 million? Does that mean I'm lying?
No, not even close, Bug, but you tried. And that's what makes you special.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you want me to say it slower?
No.
I mean, we are told we have to respect the students. We don't disrespect the students, but there's nothing that we have to respect them. Some students are just terrible students. You're not supposed to say they're stupid, they're ignorant, they've been poorly trained, they're not prepared. If they come out of the Chicago school system, God knows what they haven't learned, and they don't study, probably because they've never had to and they're still advancing, okay? There's no reason to respect that. Absolutely no reason. We shouldn't be respected. Our job is to it goes from A all the way down to F, and our job is to say, no, this is an F student. Stop taking up our time, our taxpayer money in that. Someone else could use this seat, You either, ship up or shape out. Oh, this is anathema. I mean, I was told at this meeting with the provost and the assistant, this and that. Well, that's the way it was done 20 years ago. We can't do it now. Why? That was when my chairman said, you're evaluating your students. Well, I thought that's what I'm paid to do,
Class, I have your midterms. Now, I didn't want anyone to feel stress, so I've abandoned the traditional grading system, and I'm giving you all happy faces.
I can't apply to graduate school with a happy face in physics.
Graduate school? I don't think any of you have to worry about that.
But we are giving students what they want. They want to get certified for a white-collar job. Okay? And grades are important for that. The grades are important. Whether they know their subject, who knows? Got the certificate, you're at least going to get an interview.
What bothers you most about Dr. Solomon's teaching methods?
He's always saying I'm wrong.
And how often are you wrong?
Always.
If you have someone who's here who can't read and write, who doesn't have either the ability or the readiness or the preparedness or the background or the knowledge to do the work, you're ripping them off if you keep them here. Really. I'm absolutely serious about this thing. You're taking, nobody graduates in 4 years. You're taking 5-6 years out of their life. You're taking thousands of dollars from them. And what have they got? An empty piece of paper. All right? That's the ripoff. Everybody's happy with the good grades. The student's happy. The teacher is loved. The administration is moving them out. They're getting ripped off. They're getting sold a pig in the poke. We'll be like used car salesmen pretty soon. It'll be a shiny new surface car, and they get out of here, and the damn thing will break down once you get it out of the lot.
Dr. Solomon, do you have anything to say in your defense?
I have plenty to say.
I should have brought a book.
I stand here accused of insensitivity. Oh, sure, I've tried to change my ways. I've cried, I've hugged, I've been hugged. And you know what I've discovered? I'm an offensive person. But in a tolerant society, is there no place for my kind? Why must everyone like me? Why can't we all just not get along? Conflict is necessary. Throughout history, human beings have persecuted the great agitators, Socrates, Galileo, and now Dick Solomon. Where would you be without us to provoke and enlighten you, to attach the electrodes of knowledge to the nipples of ignorance? Throughout history, all over the world, people have rightfully looked to Pendleton State for virtually nothing. But maybe one day they'll be able to say that an unpopular battle was won there for an ugly little thing called the truth.
They will do everything possible to discredit me. You got to remember, I'm tenured. They can't get rid of me. Okay? So they will chip away any way they can, right? And quite successfully. I admit, I was on meds, for several months. They kept me awake at night, right? They have now successfully gone to the administration, which is corrupt, have gone to the administration and denied me, the right to teach courses in the English Lit program. A tenured full professor who's a leading scholar in his field, who teaches to good to excellent student ratings for over 40 years.
After reviewing all the testimony, the disciplinary committee unanimously votes to admonish Dr. Solomon.
What does that mean?
You're officially admonished.
Does that come with a pay cut?
No. However, if there's another violation, you will be censured.
Does that come with a pay cut?
No. But should that fail to stop you, you will be sanctioned, which means a 30-day suspension.
With pay?
Yes, with pay.
That sounds good. Could I be sanctioned right now?
No, we're adjourned.
I'm really sorry. We never meant for there to be a hearing. I don't even know how it got this far.
No need to apologize. You're stupid, I'm rude. See you tomorrow.